to get this party started. Time for Who Charted. It's Cool Up and Now What? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Who Charted?
It's time for episode 356 of Who Charted, where we discuss the charts in pop culture and get to know our guests. It is the middle of September. I'm your cuckoo, Kulop Elisak, and he is your trusty wee-wee, Howard Kramer.
Hello, Kulop.
Hola, wee-wee.
So good to see you.
Great to see you. You look like you've transitioned. Well,
I'm wearing. You must be talking, of course, of my blackish jacket.
Oh yeah, but now I'm seeing the texture in the front. Like
there's a little bit of texture.
Yeah, like there's some blue in the front.
I'm wearing this because Summer is dead.
Okay, you're mourning Summer.
That's right. Summer 2017 is it's in the books.
It's in the books, but thus begins the checkpoints.
That's right. I'll see you at Checkpoint Pumpkin as we race our way back to Summer. Checkpoint Pumpkin, Checkpoint Turkey, Checkpoint Santa, and on and on.
Until 2018. Summer 2018 is upon us.
It's on its way, Kulop. We're on our way back, and I can't wait. What a summer it's going to be. They've got new rides planned. There's going to be new shark attacks. It's going to be fantastic.
Part's not great.
Hey, sharks got to eat. Sharks got to eat.
People got to swim. Sharks got to eat.
That's right. But welcome, Kulop, to Who Charted.
Thank you.
It's a special. We're at a special taping time, but we're shaking things up.
Yeah, we are. Let's introduce our guest. He's an actor and improviser. You know him as the star and co-creator of Love on Netflix, Comedy Bang Bang, and of course, he's a Who Charted favorite. It's Paul Rudd!
Yeah! Oh no! Oh what? Hold up! Oh my gosh! Oh whoa! 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 Whoa!
Yeah. That's Ram Hand on the ones and twos remix.
Right on.
Paul, it's been too long.
I know. Thanks for having me, guys.
Absolutely.
It's good to be here.
Good to see you.
I like seeing your faces, your smiling faces.
You too. You're pretty ageless yourself. I was just telling Kulop how young she looked out in the lobby, and now I see you.
I'd say both of you have been preserved in 2005.
Oh, wow.
Since I first met you, 04, 05.
Wow. Yes. I'd say the same for you.
I don't see a marked difference.
Oh, my goodness.
Nothing different.
We sleep in amber.
Oh, that's a good idea, actually.
Yeah, have some amber sheets.
Yes.
Right.
Gooey.
So gooey. Oh, I meant honey. I sleep in honey.
That's good.
I'm writing that down. Actually, there's marketing potential for that.
In amber sheets.
Something.
Honey sheets.
Amber bed.
Yeah.
Something. Yeah.
Honey sheets is my nickname.
Oh, honey sheets.
Hey.
Yeah.
What is the origin of honey sheets?
I used to let bees sleep in my bed.
Oh, that's a lot. It's messy, sticky, more like.
Yeah.
Bees are cuddly. A lot of people don't know that.
They get a bad rap.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
It's been too long.
Thank you for having me.
You're a man of music. You are in a band, Don't Stop or We'll Die.
Yes.
Currently recording.
Yeah.
Can I say that?
Sure.
Am I allowed?
Yeah.
A new album is forthcoming.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
Now, have you thought about how many tracks will be on it?
Howard, that is so funny you would ask that, because as I was making the walk from the restroom to this studio.
Oh, wow, it's a long walk.
In my mind, I was like, how many songs are we recording right now?
Are you serious?
How many are we going to actually put out? And Mike Cassidy and I have discussed it.
Yes.
And we think, in this day and age, less isn't more. More is more.
Whoa!
So we're not going to tighten our belts. We're going to just put out a lot of stuff. So I think more than usual.
So that means maybe we might get an album with 16, 20 tracks or something?
In my mind, it was floating around the 15, 16.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, I will tell you, I like a 10-song album. I grew up with them, and I get excited when people put out a 10-song album because I know how to listen to it.
I respect because what it's basically saying is like, we are so confident in these 10. We don't need to. It's like if you go out to a good restaurant,
right,
and you order just like the stuff you know is good, as opposed to like if you go to a shitty restaurant and you're kind of like, I guess I gotta like hedge my bets and we'll just get a bunch of stuff. So what I'm saying is, our next is a shitty restaurant.
You guys
where
are a
order
bad
a bunch
restaurant.
of stuff, hoping at least one of the appetizers is good. Yeah.
But on the other hand,
You guys are the Cheesecake Factory of
Ooh,
the music.
cheesecake.
Yeah.
Will there be ads in your album?
Will there be skits?
I feel like the album skit for a non-comedy artist is dwindling. Remember?
Yeah, it is.
The heydays.
Yeah,
The rap albums
ones.
used to
Yeah.
have tons of them. Yeah.
There was a salty track on the Chronic by Dr. Dre of a woman on a washing machine having sex and climaxing.
She was very
Assaulting.
she was very talkative.
Yes, I might have used that as a
As a what, Paul?
some sort of method of self-climax.
Chart
As a-
exclusive.
Yay, Paul!
So if you can imagine,
You've had a male orgasm on a washing machine?
No, I listened to it on headphones. The track in 7th grade.
Yeah.
Like balled up next to the stereo with headphones on. Yeah, you know.
Wait,
that's an awful way to
put
start
you
a
over
show.
the top?
Yeah, it put me Stallone.
Oh, gosh. This is the first reveal in minute 5. What other reveals does Paul have in store
This
for
is
us?
Other
Great.
disgusting reveals you would never want to hear.
I want to know what other skits.
Oh, if I had the time, if I would have known top 5 skits of Paul climaxed in.
Yeah, the skit should be me listening to that.
Yeah.
Climaxing.
What about cock push-ups on Tenacious D's album?
Yes. Jack Black and Kyle Gass have also helped me.
Sexy stuff.
Let's hear the music theme song.
Back in the day, we played LPs, 8 tracks, cassettes, and CDs. Now we download and we stream. If you're a chartist, let me hear you scream.
Tunes.
Tunes.
Do you have a name for your album yet? Or is
No.
okay, that's to be determined.
Maybe it'll be discovered in this next hour, guys.
Oh, I'd like that.
We're gonna count down the Billboard's top 5 streaming songs.
Beautiful.
So
Oh,
this
this
is
is great.
this week's top streamed radio songs and on-demand songs and videos on leading online music services. Okay?
Excellent.
Coming in at number 5, it's 21 Savage with Bank Account.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 M's in my bank account. Yeah, in my bank account. Yeah, in my bank account. Yeah, in my bank account. Yeah.
Uh-oh, Paul's huddled up. Something about to happen.
Holding the headphones tightly to my head.
Ready to gun you down. Yeah, ready to gun you
This
down.
Does
is
it?
21 Savage.
I don't know if how does it?
This is one of
Go
those rap
someplace?
songs that I didn't like the first few times, and now I like it. I got used to it for some reason. But people really
At
like
what number did it start turning over for you?
I think it was about 4.
And is that for you a sign, like any art? Do you think it's better when you first are confronted by it? You're like, I don't know, and then you end up liking it, or
That's a great question. I think I like it because it shows me like that something new's going on and I don't understand it, and now it gives me something new to understand.
that's a good attitude.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Because like when punk came out, most people didn't like it. The vast majority of people did not like it. But
Yeah.
then it's good. So you got
I was just listening last week to an old interview with John Lennon where somebody was asking him about the punkers.
Yeah.
This was like 1979 or 80 or something.
Yeah.
And it is funny because you can tell John Lennon doesn't want to be like the old man,
Right.
you know, so he's like, oh, yeah, what they're doing is interesting. But then he says something that you're like, he was like, I mean, it actually reminded me of us in our like Hamburg club days when we were young. I mean, we were doing the exact same thing. Like, pump those brakes.
easy.
I don't know, John.
Yeah, stick with the love thing.
Yeah.
Coming in at number 4, it's Luis Fonsi and Daddy Yankee featuring the Biebs with Despacito.
Will there be any Spanish tracks on this new album?
Bieber.
All.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
No, all Spanish.
All
Yeah.
Spanish.
All
Okay.
Spanish.
Actually, I was wondering when Bieber's singing on this, you can actually conjugate his last name.
Hey, wait, how do you do that?
Like Bieber.
Oh, Bieber, like a
so
verb?
Justin Bibos.
Bieber, Bibos. Bibamos. I never thought about the Biebs as a verb. I like that.
Yeah.
Maybe we will now.
Yeah.
Did you take Spanish in high school?
I did, yeah.
How many years?
All 4 years.
In Espanol.
Cuatro años.
Oh, you have gone to
But
Spanish.
I remember Spanish class was the class where, do you guys ever remember being so tired, like in high school, that you hate your teacher for talking because you think it's her fault for why
Yes.
you're tired?
Absolutely.
And I would get so tired, I would enter that fantasy land where you go, I bet today the teacher's going to say, you know what, everybody? Just sleep. When you're so like wanting to sleep, you're like, that could happen.
Right.
And so angry
just
when
say-
it doesn't.
Yeah, how dare you do your job?
You'd be like, she needs to grade papers. She just needs for it to be quiet.
Yeah.
What field trips did you take with Spanish class? I feel like every language class there was like 1 year you'd go to. I took French, so I was like,
Me too.
oh, we're
Wow.
going to a play.
Wow. Is this
went
the
to-
first time this has been
First time.
uncovered in,
I
in
went
years?
to a French restaurant. We went to La Fromagerie because we went and got fondue. Yeah.
And where did you go?
We went to a it was a play in French.
Sex play?
No, oh, it was actually a theater that Joel Spence performed at. It was
No
like
way.
Theater de la Lune
In Minnesota?
in Minnesota. I remember talking to him about it one time.
No kidding.
Yeah,
What
Joel
was
Spence
it?
is a UCB.
Was it
improviser.
Tartuffe? Was it a Moliere?
Oh, yeah, Tartuffe.
Moliere?
Don't even
play?
remember,
I don't
probably.
remember. My we did a French play in high school in English.
Oh, okay.
Because we were idiots. But and you'll see because it's like written in like rhythm or whatever, and so you had to have every word memorized. It wasn't like one of those things.
Oh
where
my
you can
god!
kind
Wait,
of,
it's
like,
it's one of the, it's like Shakespeare pentameter,
Yeah.
but in French. Or
but
Spanish?
it translated to English.
Oh, okay.
But like you couldn't mess around. You couldn't be like put a and or. But it was really difficult for all of us 16-year-old high school students. And I remember in a dress rehearsal the night before the big show, my friend Steve, who played the titular character of Tartuffe, he went, "It is what you think." Fuck. I don't think that was the original text.
They
That
forgot
was
to translate.
real and honest. Coming in at number 3, Logic, featuring Alicia Cara and Khalid with 1-800-273-8255.
I wonder what that number is.
It is the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline.
Oh, I thought it was a sex line.
I know.
I'm sorry, Paul. I'm so sorry.
Would you call that suicide line if they offered more sexual interaction?
You can choose the person you talk to. I think I'm in this video that we just watched. It looked like the football field was Los Feliz' own Marshall High.
Oh wow! Good eye,
You
Paul.
would know,
Well,
Paul.
I
Wow.
love.
And Don, you
I love a
said
good location, guys. If you could watch a movie and go, "Hey, I've been there before." It's also where the end of Grease happens when they do the big with the car.
oh yeah, with the car in the air. I
Yeah.
just watched that.
My wife and I were big grease heads, greasers.
Can I talk to you about Grease?
I love Grease so much. I'll talk about it as long as you want.
Can I ask a couple Grease questions?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
Grecians.
No, it starts off. There's bullying within 10 minutes of the movie. Our lead guys, the guys that we're in favor of, that we're following through.
T-birds.
They bully a nerd walking down the stairs.
Oh yeah, my brethren Eddie Deason.
Eddie Deason, is it?
I come from a long line of cinematic and television
Eddie
nerds,
Deason.
and Eddie Deason is the person we all turn to. Sorry.
Oh, well, absolutely.
Yeah.
1941. I had a friend recorded my first album with a guy who had his headshot signed, hanging up.
Wow.
Exciting stuff.
So they bully Eddie.
They
Yes.
bully Eddie. Then we go right into sexual harassment. There's two girls when they're singing, right about to sing "Summer Lovin'." There's a guy underneath the bleachers staring up the girls'
Creep.
skirts.
Creep.
There's more stuff up. There's more that goes on in there.
Do you think that's more of a time of the 50s or a time of the 70s and when the movie was made?
Maybe both. Maybe.
Yeah.
Like stuff used to just go down. Nobody said anything about it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think, remember in the 90s when they did that Grease mega mix? They took all the best songs of Grease and they put it in like with a dance track.
Yes, and they put it on the radio.
Yes. So I've thought how crazy it is that there was a 90s mix of a 70s musical about something that took place in the 50s. So I'd like to do like a 2017 the making of the Grease Megamix. So
I like that.
Continue it every 20 years.
Bring it up to date a little bit.
yeah, finally.
So are you saying we're not really getting the 50s experience uncut and undiluted? Is that what you're saying?
I don't think so. I think it is about a 70s look at the 50s. Like at the very beginning,
That's what
it's like
Happy Days was too.
Yeah, they go like, what's the Grease song that at the beginning when he's like, we throw away conventionality. And it's
Yes.
I think the 50s wasn't about that.
Actually,
I think it was
you're
very
right.
much an embracing of
conventionality.
Yeah.
Just because you were greasy doesn't mean you were an individual.
Words to
Chart
live by.
exclusive. Coming in at number 2, it's Look What You Made Me Do. Look what you made me do.
Then I check it twice. Oh, look what you made me do.
T Swift, of
What you
course.
made me do.
I'm telling this is just like 21 Savage. Now I'm getting into it.
You were always into it.
Well,
You made me do.
but I was like, maybe it does stink because everyone's saying it stinks, but I don't know. It's just as good as the other ones.
It is a song that begs for repetition, just in the Look What You Made Me Do. It's a very,
Right, so
You
that
know,
maybe after
it's Right Said Fred over and over, so you're just like, oh, okay, yeah, I got it.
yeah. So maybe after hearing this 10 times, and then if you hear she says it like probably 12 times,
Yeah.
you get her like 120 times, and then you're ready.
Then you're
true.
Then you're
My friend once
primed.
told me, that song, Unbelievable.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was like, what's interesting about that song is they say unbelievable 120 times. We're like, really? And we put it on. It was like 8. It's like, why would you lie? You liar.
Was he just saying it seems like they play it 120 times?
Yeah. He said he heard it on the radio.
That guy's a jerk.
Yeah. Get a
That
life.
guy now.
Get a life.
Coming in at number 1.
Number one.
Number one.
I've been seeing this girl in all the fashion blogs, this woman, Cardi B with Bodak Yellow, Money
Cardi
Moves.
B. Yes. We've spoken of her, yeah.
Oh, what?
We've spoken of her on here.
Have we? Sorry if we have.
I think we have. Maybe that was Hey Gang. I feel this girl was Bad Baby about 2 weeks before Bad Baby, but she is another like reality person who's got a credible rap song, and I want to
Oh,
congratulate.
wait, she came from reality TV?
She came from Love and Hip Hop.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah, she's a stripper, or was a stripper, but now she makes money moves.
Oh.
Anyway, she's got a good song, and I want to congratulate her.
Yeah,
Kulap.
congratulations, Cardi B.
Thank you,
Cardi B.
And
For
what
you.
fashion stuff have you seen?
Oh, I've
Oh, wait,
noticed.
I got to congratulate her first.
Okay, go ahead.
As we speak, sorry, this is real. As we speak, Cardi B has become the first woman rapper to score an unassisted #1 hit since Lauryn Hill.
Oh, there's no
Wow.
guest.
No guests, and she's
Wow.
got a #1.
Hey.
I follow Christian Siriano, who's one of my favorite designers, and so he's been dressing her a lot lately.
Okay, I'm more of a Cousteau Barcelona guy, but whatever.
What do you like about Siriano's vibe?
I like that he dresses everybody, and it's really simple lines, and I like his style. He came from Project Runway, but he was one who dressed Leslie from SNL when no one would dress her, and
Why wouldn't anyone dress her?
because she's not a conventional small-sized person.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that happens
Maybe
a lot.
conventional in the fashion world, but in the real world,
Thank you,
hey, come on.
Well, don't. Okay.
thank you. No, what were you gonna say?
Well, Lane Bryant, she dresses non-conventional types, right?
Yeah, but like we're talking about gowns and stuff.
I don't know what they sell.
Lane Bryant is a woman?
Lane Bryant is
Is it- No, I know the shop, but
I don't know.
Yeah.
Is that a real person?
well,
I
one
don't
time I went
know.
in, the first time I went to Lane Bryant with somebody, I was like, yeah, let's go to LB's. I'm like, that's maybe not the right thing to say here.
Oh, the worst. I've never thought about that.
LBs. No good.
I don't want to hear that.
But congratulations to Cardi B, of course. She beat Taylor Swift to become the first. I don't know how she beat Taylor.
Honestly, I gotta be less interested in Cardi B and be more interested in cardio, guys.
Hey,
right?
putting on a few LBs yourself.
Paul, we didn't want to say. Thanks for bringing it up.
Yeah, Paul.
That's on the tip of everybody's tongue.
Good thing we're in the big studio today.
Let's take our first break, and we'll be back with Paul Rust. And we're going to talk about TV.
Whoa.
No.
We are back on Who Charted. I'm Cuckoo.
H. Michael Craig.
And we're with...
Paul Rust.
Yes, let's talk about some TV.
Television.
Netflix, Hulu, Chart, Amazon, iTunes, HBO Go, Pirate Bay, Russian streams. Watch the screen.
Paul Rust, our guest, of course, is the star, creator, executive producer, writer, among with other people of Netflix's
Location
Love.
guy. I know
He's a
he-
location guy. He does everything, craft services.
Along with many other talented people.
Yes, of course. Pardon, yes. But there is only one Gus.
Right.
And that was played by Paul Rust.
That's right. Congratulations.
Only one Gus.
Netflix has been a good home for your show. I see it there all the time, next to BFG and Beauty and the Beast.
Those are if you watch BFG, they're like, I think you would like Love. Yeah. The story of a child's friendship with a giant, and then the story I have to East Side LA people.
They're certainly good companions.
Now you're at season 3 is forthcoming.
Yeah, 2 seasons are out, and we're editing 3 right now.
Right now,
as we're talking right now. Like, do you see
They've
me?
been
I'm
stitching.
covered in celluloid.
You got your editing facility there? Edit Bay?
Funny. This is a crazy story about Netflix. This was years ago before they became a streaming platform, and they were just the DVDs. Remember their logo? I guess it still is. Was like red and white.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know when you have a thought and it's really dumb, and you're like, "Whoa, that was really stupid." I once stepped out of my car and I saw one of those Solo cups, the red and white Solo cups. And I looked down and I was like, I guess Netflix is making cups now. I genuinely thought that. The other dumbest thought I ever had was I pulled up next to a bus at a red light and I looked over at the bus and I saw a driver and I was like, I guess a bus would need a driver. Those are the 2 dumbest.
Like you've never seen it before?
Yeah, you think it, you're like, whoa, why would, that's the dumbest. I guess I should repeat it later to people.
Season 2 is great.
Thank you.
Mean, 1 and 2 are great.
People should watch them right now that they're out.
People should watch. You can get it's great. No commercials. Right
22 episodes right now. It's just 11 hours. Hey, we're all just trying to find ways to numb the pain and distract ourselves.
Oh no,
right?
I watched a season in one day. That's what I do on a Saturday.
Yeah.
I will watch an entire season because I cannot do much more.
Right.
And I'll get food delivered.
Oh, it's the best.
That's perfect.
Aside from potty breaks, guys, that is the entirety of my day.
And then if you're watching on a laptop, you can bring it right into that potty if you want to.
There you go.
You don't even need to take a break.
I should invent a rig.
If you want to drink while you watch, Netflix making cups now.
Yay! We're gonna count down iTunes' top 5 comedy shows.
Ooh.
Wow.
iTunes.
iTunes isn't doing comedy now?
No, they're selling. Remember how you
That's right. I bought and paid for $2.99 an episode of Comedy Bang Bang.
that you're in.
Yeah.
I happened to be in it, but I purchased it.
I bought the
Just
whole
the same.
season of Mr. Sunshine, the Matthew Perry show, because
Oh my God. Were you in it?
I acted in an episode that never aired on network. Like, it got canceled before it aired. I was like, well, they'll have all the episodes on iTunes. Bought the whole season. Nope.
Oh.
So I never saw it. I don't know.
So they didn't even put that episode on iTunes?
No, they didn't make it part of the whole. See, I guess it was stuff just that they.
What
released.
should we? Let's start a hashtag. What should we call it?
Oh, well, it definitely has. You know, like when they're like trying to bring back Arrested Development, they send in bananas because it's like there's a banana, like they do something clever.
Yeah.
So with Mr. Sunshine, I guess they should send a part of the sun.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. All right.
Or maybe if you get sunburnt, like scrape it off. Send it in.
Yeah. Hashtag scrape it off.
Scrape it off. Let's bring it back.
I don't remember the show at all.
He owned a sports arena.
Oh.
And he had to juggle different, there's circuses that come to the arena. There's a basketball team.
Tough. So something new coming at you.
Yeah, and I played described as a Wes Anderson-like director who came in to like shoot a commercial, but sort of fancied himself at a tour. Took the job a little too seriously.
Oh.
And I can tell by the way you guys are laughing right now. I don't know why this show wasn't a bigger hit.
I mean, it's funny.
As soon as I said sports arena, there was just this like loud volume.
I just thought like empty place, dead air. Like, it's not inherently funny.
It's not Cheers. Yeah.
Coming in at number 5, it's season 1 of Atlanta.
Season 1 of Atlanta. I'll tell you, I just rewatched a few of these episodes. Fantastic stuff.
A beautiful, fine, perfect show.
It really
jewel.
is. A jewel.
Donald Glover.
Unpredictable stories.
Yeah, Donald Glover winning 2 Emmys, one for directing and one for, I forget if it was writing or starring.
Acting.
Acting. This is starring, of course, Donald Glover, Brian Tyree Henry, and Lakeith Stanfield, who I think is excellent. Rotten Tomatoes gives this, critics give it 100%, audience give it 90%.
Well deserved.
FX.
And so what? Do you think it pops up on streaming post it gets a little Emmys bump?
I think so.
I'd like it too.
Yeah.
I'd like
Atlanta
it too.
needs to be known for something more than zombies, Let's get Atlanta going.
Yeah, the zombies have had a run of Atlanta too long.
I agree.
Yeah. You know what I like most about Atlanta?
What?
Those Braves, baby.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
You baseball
Dude, that's
fella?
not PC, bro.
You probably hate them because they played your beloved Twinkies in the 91-92 World Series.
Oh, my God. I didn't know you knew this much baseball.
No, I focused on baseball for 1 year in hopes of fitting in with my peers.
This is amazing.
And so yeah, for like one
Another
season,
reveal!
I'm like,
You
Kent
learned
Herbeck
everything?
shouldn't have cheated in the 91 World Series. And then
They're
people
all
like,
like,
and
what
what
are you talking
else? I'm
about?
like, that's it. That's
That's
all I
all.
know. Yeah.
What about last night's game? Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, forget that.
That's funny. I try to get into baseball every year, and it never takes.
Well, because the summer.
That's right.
Oh, it takes up summer.
That's right. They work during summer, so good.
I enjoy going to a game.
Do you go to Dodgers games?
Yeah, on occasion. I enjoy
Would you like to go with me?
there.
I'm going this Wednesday night after I said I don't even like baseball.
Are you really?
I bought a ticket to their last home game because it's their greatest
Yeah.
season of all time. I
You gotta
thought
go.
I'll be a part of it. But I have to print out the ticket because I don't have a printer at Dragon Manor, and that may impede me from going. Like I might.
Oh, Howard! No.
I live to avoid suffering.
Send it to me, and I'll print it at my house, and you come get it. On your way to the stadium. It's on the way to
That
the
might
stadium.
be as hard as going to Kinko's. I got to figure it out. I got to
Print
map
it.
it.
Young
Let me
Kevin
map
is
it.
saying print it here.
Print it here.
Yes.
Ooh.
The job site.
I've even got my computer today.
Look at this.
thanks,
Here we
Kevin.
go. Let's
Who wants to go with me? In fact, I'll print out the ticket. I'll give it to one of you.
Famous Dodgers coach Tommy Lasorda.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just realized his name is Tommy Los Angeles Sorda. That's why he was beloved by the city.
That's genius. Los
Your
Angeles.
voice can
sorta?
barely contain. It is just like dripping. It's the best.
It sort of sounds like Los Angeles. Is that what you're saying?
L.A. Sorta.
LA sorta.
Oh, right, yeah.
Wait, what were you saying?
No, Los Angeles sorta. Yeah.
LA
Yeah.
sorta.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Coming in at number 4, it's season 4 of Broad City.
Broad City.
Broad City.
Broad City. Alana Glazer, Abby Jacobson, Hannibal Buress.
Must be.
That's great hair.
All my friends call me Beverly.
You're looking just a little too hard at me.
I love this show. I love this show.
These
Yes.
ladies are a lot of fun.
Look at this. All our funny friends.
Funny
Getting to
friends
make
with
funny
shows.
They were on the set the whole time, and they never broke character. Have you ever noticed those characters are never kind, thoughtful people?
You're right.
It's very convenient that you're like, I'm in character as a jerk who you should stay away from all day.
Right.
Yeah.
Nobody's in character as a really nice person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have that
Nice little game you're playing
30
there.
seconds from Mars dude as the Joker is like, oh, he gave me a dead rat. And it's like, what?
Yeah.
Like,
Yep. Yeah.
They're just acting out. Mm-hmm. It's easier than being normal.
Yep.
coming in at number 3, season 1 of Rick and Morty. I purchased this after.
Season 1.
Season 1. So this is iTunes. So
This is iTunes.
This
So
is
people
iTunes.
go, hey, I'm watching the new ones.
Well,
Let's check out where it all began.
Howard got me into Rick and Morty, and just, I guess, culture, because everyone would talk about it over and over again. So I bought season 1, not knowing that it was available on Hulu.
I could
Bought it first.
Sorry about that.
Rick and Morty and Community. Those Dan Harmon, he's a genius. He like when I watch his stuff, it reminds me of what I really loved about The Simpsons, which is like you'd get funny, just jokes, funny character stuff, but then at the end, some philosophy that I just hadn't had my mind, and not an easy philosophy. It's sort of something new and
and helpful.
Yeah. It's the highest praise I can give is like when you're in the realm of best Simpsons.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Sorry, I got sincere here, guys.
No, that's what I love about you.
No, but I love Rick and
you.
Morty. Leslie, my wife and I have been watching a lot. And we're
Me too.
big
I
fans.
love it.
I
You know
love
what's
it
funny
too.
though, Clip? I haven't seen the first season.
Oh, really?
I started on season 2.
So you'll do your own sort of time traveling back to season 1.
Look at that. I'm
It'll all make
twisting. I'm putting a
sense.
twist
Yeah.
on Rick and Morty. It's not twisty enough.
Yeah, I do it the way I want to. Coming in at number 2, season 11 of The Big Bang Theory.
Season 1 to a
11.
season 11.
Yeah.
Wow.
Season 11. Johnny Galecki, Old Sheldon, and Kaylee Cuoco.
Decrepit Sheldon.
You know, there was one line on the Sheldon commercial that made me laugh. And so, it's the first time in 11 years that, because
I've tried.
I've never seen it.
I've tried with the show, and I'm just like, okay. And I know people who like it, and I think they find it soothing because it's like you're watching, it's like somebody else's Law and Order where they just like, I get what's going on.
Right.
And it's, but I can't.
It's tough for someone. Yeah, but anyway, but
I don't like
the new one
snots.
might be funny.
You
They're
might?
snotty.
Yeah.
But you play great snotty characters yourself.
No, but he plays benevolent characters too.
But yeah, when you see it,
Yeah.
like when I went on a show, whatever, I'm not.
No, do it, do it.
Like,
They've got millions. They're fine.
Yeah, cry into your money,
Yeah.
Big Bang Theory. It always about like when somebody's like a snotty character or they have a put down and the audience laughs and it's like, well, you wrote it in a way that you wrote that put down.
Exactly.
You wrote the scenarios so the put down could be said.
Right.
It's the easiest thing to do.
Like when they make fun of a character's name.
Yeah, it's like you gave him that
You
name.
gave him that name.
But I'd like to know that this season goes to 11.
Hey.
They can use that if they want. No, they shouldn't.
It's 11. Is there a British Big Bang?
Do you think
Oh, that they based it on? Yeah.
Or based it on, or maybe they
I don't know.
Oh, that they bought the franchise rights
maybe
for America.
Or did they just watch
think
American
it's-
Big Bang over
Is
there?
it Chuck Lorre?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
They watch IT Crowd over there.
I love IT Crowd.
Oh,
That's
maybe
a
this-
good show.
Maybe Big Bang Theory. I'm curious. Was
No,
that
because-
our answer to IT Crowd?
Could be.
we tried to do IT Crowd, and Jessica
That's right.
St. Clair was the lead in it with Joel McHale.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the same
What do
guy.
who's we as a nation?
Yep.
we put a man on the moon.
And
got
we
our own
tried to
version.
do an American IT Crowd.
I think in the last couple of weeks at the Cineplexes, we've been a real IT crowd, right?
Oh, we sure have. Stephen King, clowns.
Because of it.
Yeah. Do you think when people sat down in the audience, they're like, we're a real IT crowd here?
I think not one
probably
person.
not. Tommy Lasorda's back there. Just like, Lasorda?
Coming in at number
Number one.
I bought it last night. Season 3 of Rick and Morty.
Hey.
Did you tip it over the edge here? Is this why it's number one?
Wait, you can't buy full season 3?
Yeah, you can
You
on
can?
iTunes.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Hulu, it makes sense. Hulu only had season 1 and 2. So I was like, I want to see season 3.
But wait, season 3 hasn't all fully aired, though.
But I think if you buy a season pass, as it becomes available, it'll.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
as it
Yeah.
becomes, I see. Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty great.
Great show. Pickle Rick was my favorite of the new ones that I saw.
Written by bajillion writer Jessica Gao.
Hey,
Yeah.
just like a gal.
Jessica Gao. My gal.
Congratulations, Jessica.
What I liked, I don't know if you guys saw this on Twitter, but Dan Harmon wrote, I guess he's been off Twitter for a while, but someone asked him about how a lot of the female writers that came in on season 3 are getting like doxxed by the fans.
Yeah.
And he was basically told them off, wrote sort of an
Well,
essay
and
to
it was
fuck
their
off.
like
How are they getting doxxed? I don't know this one.
Just basically again, fans.
Fans are saying this girl doesn't deserve to write for Rick and Morty.
It's not as good. It's you know what I mean. Which Harmon was making the point of we're just assigning.
Yeah.
Everyone's working on it together, and someone's sort of in charge of doing the minutia and
right. They
but
don't
we're
maybe
in a-
know how writing room
No, in a
functions.
writer, we're all helping out. We're all pitching things.
yeah,
you know?
and he sort of was like it's a misunderstanding of the way the process works. It's
Yeah.
not like somebody just in a vacuum goes off and writes an episode. It's,
exactly,
That's
and,
right.
and not and it's
That's how you know they don't deserve the Emmy when they get it.
They put that usually on a crawl at the bottom of the screen.
they don't deserve it.
Television is collaborative process.
They
Those
didn't
people,
really write that
yeah.
episode.
But thank you.
If you watch Seinfeld won an Emmy for an amazing episode they wrote, the one where Elaine tries to set George up with a friend of hers, and Larry Charles won. And when he goes up there, he does the right thing. He points out Larry David in the audience and says, "Hey,
He wrote it.
This is that one, you know."
Okay,
Right. I
see.
like that.
So if you accept an award and you
I'll try to
acknowledge-
remember that.
Yeah.
I'll try to remember. That's
Or if Scott gets an award for Bang Bang, we know who wrote it for real.
It was me?
Cool up.
I didn't even realize I did it.
Yep.
When he did win an Emmy for Between Two Ferns, he did thank his wife, called her Terry. Still doing bits.
Somebody,
doing bits.
somebody just did a parody of that. It was on a big show.
Oh, what?
Between Two Ferns.
They did a parody of it?
I can't. Yeah, I shouldn't
Oh,
have stopped the
really?
show to try to remember. But
Oh,
I'll
God.
tell you
Yeah,
when
tell
I
me.
think
Wow, interesting.
It's so much in the zeitgeist.
of it. Sure.
Paul Russ, you've written jokes for Between Two Ferns.
Yeah, and I was
past.
there in the writer's room of the Right Now show
Oh, my God.
when Zach Galifianakis came in and he said the very words, I think we should call it Between Two Ferns.
Whoa.
So to be
Yeah, you
a
were.
witness to history.
Yeah, you were a writer, and also in that you were a cast member, correct?
Yes, yeah.
That's right.
I think it's floating around online somewhere.
Is
People
it?
should watch it. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's there was myself excluded. It was a murderer's row of writers and performers.
Why would you exclude yourself?
Well, I just didn't want to say it was a murderer's row with me.
Starring me.
It was Paul Russ.
A lot of great
some
sketches
other
and
guy.
stuff.
Yeah, it was Paul Rust, Natasha Leggero, Casey Wilson,
Maria Bamford.
Bammer.
Yeah.
I know writers John Daly and
Brett Gelman.
Neil Campbell.
Maybe if it was properly doxed, it would have made it further.
And by the way, am I saying that right?
Yes, I
Am
think
I
so.
gonna-
Doxed.
Are we going to get doxxed by even talking about those who dox? Oh, it's a scary world we live in.
It's doxed.
It's like when you can't, you're scared to tweet about the TSA.
Right.
You know, you're like, is this gonna put me?
Yeah, are they gonna
some
put me on a
sort of
list?
Thing? Now even
I've
just
never
saying
even
it right
thought
now.
about it.
Oh, I get scared if I tweeted
Yeah.
yeah. If I was
Applebee's. I don't know. They won't be able to.
then some guys in suits come by my
You're
house
so
to rough me up.
sensitive.
Hey, how many
Or a
Applebee's?
coward.
Oh, okay.
Hey, you're from Iowa.
Yes.
How many?
Lamar's.
Yes.
How many Applebee's were in your sort of vicinity there?
A lot. And
A
my
lot?
friends and I, we called them special bees because we go there during a special time.
Oh,
Boy, that's so cute.
What's the special time?
Like we finish a play. Oh. So we go, let's go to, or in college, and you're broke and you don't have a lot of money. It would be like, should tonight be the night we go to Specialties?
I love their crew. I wasn't even there, but I love your crew growing up. If I grew up in Iowa, hopefully I would have got to hang
I
with you
would have
guys.
loved if we all been friends in Iowa.
I
Wouldn't that been
feel
nice?
like I did grow up with you.
Yes, yeah, me too, me too. At Applebee's, I had in high school. My high school girlfriend, and I, we broke up, and then she went started working bartending at Applebee's. Or like, and
what do you do that?
Well, it was nice because it was sort of like.
Wait a minute, you had a girlfriend in high school that could bartend at Applebee's?
So we broke up.
This guy's cooler than anybody.
Yeah, because what's the age limit you have to be to? I don't think you have to be 21.
I didn't even have a girlfriend in high school.
You have to
I find that hard to believe.
I did.
But like, she was a year older than me. We broke up my junior, senior year. So then she graduated, and then like her post-high school job, she could bartend. But what's nice about it was like, if you're like, hey, I'm going to go to Applebee's regardless if I happen to run into the person who broke up with me. That can't be, And I remember we went, my friends
Wait, this
and I went to
isn't
see
the girl
Gladiator.
in that movie, right?
What?
The thing you made about chasing the ex down?
Oh my God, Howard.
What?
I forgot you remember that.
That was one of my favorite things I've ever seen.
Yeah, I had to take it off the internet because her dad called me. This isn't the same girl. It was a girl. But like, I made a video about somebody who I went on a date with, and then I asked for a second date, and she said, I don't want to ever see you again. And it drove me crazy for a year. And then on the year anniversary, I went to her college with a camera and found out and asked her why. And then I showed it at a theater. But it was online, and her dad called me up, who's a ombudsman. What's that?
Oh, ombudsman.
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 And he called me up, and he said he would threaten me with legal action if I didn't take down the video.
Oh, my gosh.
And in the video, you never find out the reason why.
Yeah.
But she told me, and the reason why was like, yeah, when we were together, you just needed attention the whole time. Oh. Like bringing a camera crew to your college. Yes. The thing I'm doing right now.
Guilty as charged. So the mystery solved. You never get that with like S-Town and these other podcasts.
Audiences
No,
are
there's
like, yes.
just like definitive reason. Okay, got it. Thank you.
Hey, that was like early 90s or something. When was that?
This would have been
Mid-90s?
the early aughts.
Oh, early aughts.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's right. You're young, but that was fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
You'd like it.
But no, not the Applebee's. Yeah, that was. Oh, the whole point was so. But sometimes I'd get to look at the handbook for Applebee's, and like their song lists for Happy Birthday and stuff, and they did one that was like, you sing Happy Birthday, and then you go, do you want us to sing Happy Birthday backwards? And the person goes, yes. And then they turn around and sing Happy Birthday regularly.
Howard, are you okay?
That might be in an episode of season 3 of Love Guys.
Spoilers.
I like that.
I feel that. I feel there's been like at least 5 Paul Russ reveals.
This is a big show.
Yeah, huge
Yeah, a lot
show.
of bombshells.
A lot of bombshells.
Yeah.
Paul's about to enter. We're gonna wrap up the show, but Paul's about to enter a new phase in his life, which is to be a daddy.
Hey,
That's right.
congratulations.
A papa.
Pretty
Wow.
soon.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
will be a daddy.
Now I know you're hoping for a human. But a lot
I don't
of
care if it's a boy or a girl, as long as it's a humanoid.
okay, humanoid.
yeah.
What if it has superpowers like Clark Kent or something?
Or was the Pizza Hut Noid? Or the Domino's.
Yeah,
Shoot.
the dominoid.
It's a pizza mascot of some kind. Congratulations on that.
Huge
Thank you.
congrats.
Thanks.
So
yeah,
excited
it's
for you,
very
Leslie.
exciting. I'm really looking forward
You're
to it.
gonna be a great dad.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
great-
Were you listening
that's
to
nice
any
to hear.
skits when you conceived?
What?
Were you listening to any album skits when you conceived?
You have to answer him, Paul. You have to.
It is funny. Mike Cassidy and I, we are recording songs and stuff, and Mike has 2 kids, and we were talking about some of our goofy lyrics, and we did ask ourselves last night, actually, like, when our kids listen to this, the kids are real dummies. They're kids. No,
I'll be like,
parents.
No
whatever.
wonder I'm a dummy. Listen to my dad's song.
I had no hope.
No, I it's a lot of guts because with the songs that I've written, I won't even have kids because I got to spare them that moment. I hearing all the dirty lyrics.
What's a nut fillet?
Exactly. What's poon soup, Daddy? But I think that your band has a great vibe for kids. I think that they'll like that music.
Yeah, that's good. That's
Yeah.
good. We played for kids once, and we had to censor a couple of stuff, but the kids liked it.
Yeah.
And by that, the kids meaning 5-year-olds, not like when people say, the kids are all right.
no,
They
the
mean
kids.
teenagers.
It was
I
actual
mean kids.
5-year-olds.
Yeah. Or goats.
Paul, thank you so much for coming back to the
thank
show.
you guys for having me.
Thank
This was
you.
so
You
much
were
fun.
amazing.
Yeah, of course.
It's Monday when we did this, but I'm already going to say this was the highlight of the week.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yep. That's
Monday's the end of my week, so it definitely is.
hey, all right.
He has a different type of schedule.
Yeah. I go Thursday to Monday, take off Tuesday and Wednesday.
Love on Netflix, available now on Netflix.
Yeah, yes.
If you don't have Netflix, I'm assuming available on. Is it possible to get it?
No,
Okay,
only
just
Netflix.
That makes
just
sense.
Netflix. You
It's a
got to
Netflix
sign on to,
exclusive.
and I think it's
Yes.
netflix.edu.
Okay,
They changed
good.
it. Yeah,
Okay,
it's not netflix.com
Netflix.edu.
anymore. It's an educational website.
Okay.
So they send you money? They send you money with each episode?
Yeah. There's a workshop that you can sign up for and do some online classes while you watch Love.
Absolutely. Learn a lot.
It's a good deal. It's a good
That's
deal.
beautiful.
It's all credited.
And be on the lookout for the upcoming Don't Stop or We'll Die album. But there are albums before that people
Yes,
can get.
there are 3 albums on iTunes and Spotify if you don't want to
Are you guys
pay
on
for it.
Bandcamp?
No.
Oh, do you know about Bandcamp? Howard knows all about Bandcamp.
You like it? You approve?
I love Bandcamp just because people can always get the album. They've got a great interface, and they can pay whatever they like. They can pay
good.
more than that costs.
Like they could tip you.
It's basically like a tip. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, good to know,
I
right?
like that. Yeah.
Love you very much. Oh, wait, your Twitter handle.
Oh, yes, at Paul Rust.
Yes. And then
1T.
oh, wait.
Oh, my God.
One T. Leave the second T off for savings.
Thank you so much, Paul.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with Two Charted.